Morning people, Mgalasi Joshua Mixed Farm, Wabuyi Nelson, Martha Academy, Namamukono, Council Patrick Asiku, Antonio Random Things, Opio Mark, Alan Molindwa, Seth Kagawa, Tregan Raphael. Good morning. It's Question Friday. Zakambabuze, my first question. My first question is, you're driving on a highway, there is a trailer behind you, and then all of a sudden a border man gets right in front of you, crossing the road. What do you do? Do you brake and let the trailer hit you, or you go forward? What do you do? You're driving on a highway, there is a trailer behind you going at the same speed like you, and the border crosses through in front of you. What do you do? Okorachi. That's my question today. You're driving on a highway. A trailer is behind you, very big trailer, and the border man crosses through abruptly. What do you do? It's time for practical. What do you do? Tregan Raphael, good morning. Kaswida muli bulungi bantu bange. Says you break and so Seth, just to ask, do you understand the impact that is going to come toward you? There is a trailer behind you, probably two byanas. Alan Agambe hits the pavement. On the highway there are no pavements. I hope you guys understand there are no pavements. On the highway there are no pavements. Normally on the highway there are either ditches. Wabayo myala, you remember that? Wabaye myala ku highway. If you can picture Masaka Road, I just go forward. Waboda aba inachisasulida. Joshua Gambe agenda maso. I want you guys to also think about the impact that comes with your action. Says, if you brake, the trailer hits you. Okay? Joshua, if you go forward, you're hitting the border man. And you're probably going to give the trailer guy time to brake also, so that he doesn't hit the both of you. And since the border man is crossing through abruptly, there are chances that he had planned that already, that he would go. So yes, you're going to go forward, but there are chances that you will not hit the border man because he's also on move. But whether you like it or not, if you brake, the trailer hits you. Because remember, you're going at constant speed with the trailer. If you're doing 50 kilometers per hour, the trailer is doing either 50 kilometers per hour or 48 kilometers per hour, because that's normally what happens when you're going at a constant speed. The person behind you is majority of the time going at the same speed as you. Left ditch, you go to the ditch. Okay, say Agamba, the law is that the guy behind has to keep safe distance. So if he hits me, it's his fault. Okay. Katulabi waboda nga bwagize. Omulabi nga bwasaze moyo. Good morning, Sebugwao. Arthur, I want to change my national ID name. It was misspelled. What's the procedure? I know someone I work with that went to change the name. It took like 4 weeks. You go to NIRA in Kololo, you tell them, I think you put in an application, and once you put in an application, then they give you like 3 weeks to 4 weeks to go and pick up the national ID. I think you pay over how much? Over it's even free. I have to ask her, but even if you pay, it doesn't go beyond 50,000. Yeah, and then your national ID comes out in like a month. A friend lost his backlights and had a cost of buying a new boot. Guys, the magnitude is tense. He was lucky a taxi was the one behind. So what happened, Mark? What happened in your friend's situation? Was it still a border or ba? Derek Lule, good morning. Sammy, good morning. So the question in the house is, you guys can ask your questions as well. Today is Friday. We ask questions about anything. Me, my question is, you're driving on a highway, probably doing 80 or 60 kilometers per hour. There is a trailer behind you, and a border man crosses through abruptly. What do you do? Seth has said he brakes. Joshua said he goes forward, and Alan has said he drives to the ditch. What do you do? What do you do? No cancel. It doesn't require anything actually. I know someone that did it, I know someone that changed the name and they just went to Kololo and did whatever they did and then came out. They did. I don't know what a deed poll is, but I know that and she's a woman. She did nothing. Yagenda bugenzi na jamu na juza form and she paid whatever she paid, and her national ID came out in 3 weeks with a new name and a signature, because in the beginning bwe yali ku somero yali te ya signing, so they changed the name and also she was able to put a signature. The border awukabaka awedde mudda. Lwaki Antonio, Joshua na Antonio abagamba you go forward? Why do you go forward? Why do you go forward and not break and not go to the ditch? Because these scenarios happen a lot, by the way. They happen a lot. Abasajja baboda sijana baita bana. Abasajja baboda tebalina magezi. Boda men, and I know I have so many boda guys that watch this channel. But boda, it's like when you sit on a boda, the brain certainly vanish. You get it? So these are things that happen regularly. You see them. You see how they happen here in Jame. That's how they happen even on highways. All of a sudden a boda guy crosses through. You get it? And then as you're deciding, I want you to decide knowing that your life is also at stake. Say it's very easy for you to say if the trailer behind you hits you is at fault, but the trailer behind you might hit you and you don't survive. So then it will not matter whose fault it is. You get it? So at that moment it will not matter whose fault it is. But I also want you to understand that under the law, witnesses win. So as long as you have a witness on your side, you can always win. Good morning, Hannah by Joshua. Thank you very much. After someone just burnt his mark to ground. Reason, carrying petrol jerrycans in the boot. Yeah, and that's why I tell you guys, the Sina Kadomula Mumoroka, always put fuel. It's your car. You don't share it with anyone. Can you see the dude avuge moroka yange Uber? Siji mujjako simukola kitegeza bwateka mukota tanka ya mafuta gage. Naye like abadde ina mafuta. Most accidents are caused by border guys. Me, I can put double indicator though through and I hit the border guy. If you break trade, you could say in mistake of helping troublemaker. Joshua tugambye ensonga ye. Border guys are by the way, border guys are very troublesome. Very troublesome. And you know the funny thing is when a border guy, even if the border guy was to be a witness to you, to help you at least get out of trouble, the moment you get the accident, the border guy will just disappear. You'll never see him again. Yet a motorist that is driving a car, if you involved in an accident, a motorist can stay and probably and bear witness to whatever is happening. You get? So whenever you're involved in an accident, if you can be on the side of another motorist, please be. Because the motorist will always be on your side. The border guy, it doesn't matter what, border guys will always be on the border guys' sides. So say it, I don't know if you understand. Nganaba kutasa wa bodo sale wombo what trader kube. What trader inzo kulinya notawona. Because olaba ne wetu bakati mwabali nyenyonyi ba say, you know, when they say when the face masks come down and you have a child, first put your face mask on, then you put the face mask of their child on. What the mwana wo so kagwe weta soli okota soli. May I find that under the scenario, you might have to first think about your life before you think about the border guy's life. How do I tell if my engine or gearbox that is not working properly? Because my mechanic says all is well, but I kind of feel like my car takes a lot of time to pick up, especially at upper hill. If you feel it, go look at another mechanic, go take to another mechanic. One mechanic mechanics are not know-it-alls. And you also have to think, does the mechanic drive a car or is just a mechanic? That's another thing. Mechanic avuge moroka ne mechanic atavuga motoka banjawulo. A mechanic that drives a car every day, whenever he's fixing your car, he will put himself in your shoes. But sometimes you take things to him for fixing and he says, you know what, Arthur, let's wait a little bit. First drive it a few more. You get it? He understands that when you're working on a car, it's not just about you just opening whenever you can. and then I have another mechanic who doesn't have a car, ayangu okusumulula okitegeera, he doesn't get the impact that oyinza okusumulula emmoloka eyo nefiira ddala netavaawo, so nga ate walirinzeeko olumu n'osome ekirwadde ekiri mu mmotoka. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So makanika wa avuga emmotoka tavuga mmotoka, bw'aba avuga emmotoka avuga mmotoka ki, okitegeera, then awotandikira awo. But then it's always good to get a second opinion. Olaba ne wetubambasawo, one consultant tells you one thing, then you go to another consultant just to get a second opinion to see what you could do better about your health without, because a medical consultant will recommend surgery. Nenga you can survive without surgery. So under cases like that, I would recommend you get a second opinion. Because things like that, someone actually has to drive the car to feel it. But then if it's a CVT, CVTs are funny. Me, I don't like them. I'm driving CVT, but I don't like CVT. CVTs are funny. They behave very funny. But then also, I want you to understand there are times when we create sicknesses ourselves, or creating a children they go in yin. The motoka sindwadde nenga you have created the sickness in your mind that I've been in situations like that. So my question is, if you're driving on a highway, I'm driving at 70 kilometers per hour, and a border crosses, and I have a trailer behind me, what do you think I should do? Because this is like a highway. What should I do? Tuli one way to T. What border na salamu nge mabega your trailer na yeri ku 70 kilometers per hour. What should I do? Where do you minimize the damage? Where do you save your life? Where do you save other people's lives? What happens? That's my question. I woke up feeling good. I don't know why, but I'm feeling so good, like I want the whole mood. I'm not gonna put on the t-shirt today. Feel like getting me a sweeter today. I make her smile, I make her laugh. I make her dance, I make her wine. If you feel like getting down, come to me, girl. Feel like touching and dancing, me, girl. I'll make you one, me make you one, me make you one, babe. I'll make you smile. I'll make you feel nice. After that, I'll take you to my place where we will play. Or before we play. Feeling good. Jump. Feeling good. Booka. If you're feeling good, jump. If you're feeling good, booka. You and me. Rule the world, me and you. We're gonna make them jump. We're gonna make them dance. Come on. I want you guys to consider this situation. What do big rail guard or you are board and Nasaramu watch at Demuleni? What do you do in Mabega trader? Jump. Yes guys, ekibuuzo mukitegedde. Ekibuuzo kiri nti ovuga ku highway nga wano wendi emabega waliyo trailer wa boda n'asala bezwi. What do you do? What mugobe simu ngekugumye nangwere talina kyenjagaza yagala esingi fule very cold simu ebugumye mangu kyokka ate we are in a cold weather. Niba nemuruka nga zitomera nnyo. Anyway, that's my question, guys. I'm going to read the comments. Keep telling me what you would do in a situation like that. You're driving on Masaka Road. Yeah, you're driving on Masaka Road. Wakaite kamengoleze. Huh? Wakaite kamengoleze. Zwi. Wakaite kamengo. Oleze, you're doing 70 kilometers per hour. Emabega waliyo trailer na yeri 70 kilometers per hour. Waboda na sarama zwi. What do you do? Nganeri waliye moroke ejja. Neba nange yatero babbi. Eyatero babbi. Eyatero ate babbi nnyo. What do you do under situations like that? Simanyi oba ontegedde. Emabega waliyo trailer ejja. Eri maaso naye waliye moroka zijja ziti. Waboda na saramu bwati. Kikyokola. Because you're in a highway. Yeah. Now you need to calculate the damages that would happen in whatever action you decide to do. Because there are like three courses of action. No sara, no dairy, no gwa mu ditch. Under situations like that, osobola okuba wa border ate ne mu ditch no gwamu. Ate osobola okusala ogweri era no wa trader n'akugobera mwenna ne mugwayo. Mwenna bwe mugwayo fenna tukimanyi nti gwakosebwa because gwavuga emmoroka entono, for example. The other situation would be osala oyongera maaso and you pray that the border will have crossed by that time. Chances are high that it can cross because aba border basalamu makubo busirusiru baba badduka nnyo olumu piche beganye kusiba n'asalamu. So on going forward, mukama asobola okutaasa n'ogezaako okusala asala n'oyita olumu n'otamutomera. Oba oyinza okumutomera n'omuyitako bw'oti. Bw'omuyitako bw'oti n'owatrera aba afunye obudde obusiba because abadde akulaba. You have to pray that owatrera abadde tali kusiba. The other course of action would be to simply brake. And when you brake like that, there are two situations. Osobola okusiba owatrera n'akkuba era ne mutomera owa boda. Oba osobola okusiba owatrera n'akkuba n'otakomera wa boda ne musigalawo n'owa trader. The other course of action that you would take would be to go to the right n'oyingira emmoroka ziri eziva. Under that situation still, there are chances that still you will hit the border and also hit the other cars. You get it? So we have those courses of action. I don't think there is another. The other course of action would be to jump, but these cars in Uganda cannot jump. You get. But all in all, as you answer that question, as you tell us what you would do, you need to always remember that borders, majority of the accidents in Uganda are caused by borders. Majority of accidents in Uganda are caused by borders. Of course, our drivers are not the best, but borders are the worst. Borders are the worst. Safety starts with you. Before saving a border guy, first look at your own safety. Good morning, King Daniels. Good morning. Elijah Brandon, good morning. I can't sacrifice myself for the sake of the border idiots. Okay? Safety starts with you. I know about that was engine. The engine you can engine we made under you can know. Because before the engines die, the engine to die, it will of course give off, it will complain. An engine complains in sound. Which is that I'm dying, the sound increases and increases until it's 100% unhealthy. But if it's not the engine and you're sure your car loses power up when you're going up a hill, it could not be the engine. It could be the plug coil, the coils. It could be the plugs themselves. It could be one of the sensors. You get. It could be a poorly timed rear brakes. You get. There are so many things that could cause a car to almost feel like it's losing power up a hill. For the gearbox, before it starts making the car lose power, it will definitely stop changing gears, and that's something that everyone can feel. You say you can't go doing that. If it's CVT up a hill, CVTs are funny. Me, I don't like CVTs. Which are engine in those and clearly you can ask a follow-up question. There I switch lanes if it's safe. You switch lanes to which lane? Good morning, Arthur. I hope Hajara and Antonio are married now. Nora. I no longer see them here. Atem Martha and Kafero Nabondo that this year must wait. Otherwise, ona akuda debu kuda so manyo muntu ayogere ebintu ngabyogera katika tulabeche mwaje mwatu banga wano love okitegeera. Tumusime Daniel says you sacrifice the border guy. Dogmeister, good morning. Opio Mark Osese, Chris Da Vinci, good morning. Chibampawo Nasuru, you sacrifice borderman to save your life. Good morning, JK. Rabbi Saith Kagaba, I thought the scenario was limited to either stopping. Saith Kagaba, the scenario is you cannot have a scenario that is limited. There are always other options. What do you do? There is a border in front of you. Of course, there is a ditch. Either there is a ditch here, or there is a rail guard, or there is another car. But this side, obviously, there is another car. So what do you do? What border you can do? A warm tones. Borderman has to go, if possible. Order kutaka. Vinicats, have you realized that some of the highways, zina ditches, katinaku na engudo zebazimba, but zimbe bali waliyo binya. Ate guys, I want you to understand, if you're going at about 70 kilometers per hour, the ditch will kill you. Okuja kongo ina omusipi ngo ina curtain airbags ngafa abamu abali mu kakade ziri modern. Nebo oba munna mukadde ngo 70 kilo, the ditch will kill you. Okitegeera. You go in the ditch, no trailer ayinza okugobera mu ditch, no tomera ditch bu, no trailer nakugattako ddu, ne bagamba yafudde. Odde wakatona ngakubuza babadde ofaaji. Hashim, good morning. Travel Live Vlog, good morning. In that case, I go forward towards the direction the border is coming from. That's if he's going across. What's up? To save yourself from the trailer, you will have to sacrifice the border guy, unfortunately. Am I feeling? Yeah, good morning. Yeah. Yes, good morning. It's Question Friday. Nze chibuze change muchiwulidde kana musobololete ebyammwe. Nze change kiri nti you are on a highway and a borderman crosses. Nenge mabega waliyo trailer. You're doing the same speed. If you're doing 90, the trailer is doing 90. If you're doing 80, the trailer is doing 80. What do you do? And of course, I want you to imagine if there is a best case scenario, it would be that the other lane doesn't have a car. But remember, he's crossing going to the other lane, so you cannot go. Because majority of the time when border guys are crossing, they cross from our left to the right. Those are the border guys that are scary, most scary. I tell you, if he's crossing from the right to the left, because but always remember, in case of an emergency, air mask, face mask, those ones, oxygen masks will fall from the overhead bin, overhead bin, whatever. When they fall down, please remember, before you help another person, first put your own oxygen mask on. Icho chonjagala mukijjukire nti munyonyi bakulaba ng'oline mutabani wo, baby wo, nibakuka tosoka kuwa baby face mask soka omulekazi ire soka gwewe face mask I mean oxygen mask baby agira azira okitegeera kati baby wabugobo no mara ko oxygen mask baby omusanga azira olyoko omuwe okitegeera ndozera ne okuba kwambala bazita batazino life jackets. You first put on yours, then you look for the baby. So under this scenario, what would you do going up? And these are scenarios that happen quite often, by the way. When we are driving on a slow road, we slow down. You brake abruptly. And for me, this is why I give distance the cars in front of me. Because I know owaboda asobola musala maaso ye naasiba bwasiba yo to blame bo mutomera okitegeera. Regardless of the engine size, fuel consumption, RAV4 mode and Vanguard, what's your pick? I'll take the Vanguard because the Vanguard has more seats, because they consume the same. Some people prefer the RAV4, but me I would take the Vanguard. Bwakede Ronald Muchwa Pozigwe. I crashed the border. I think the best one. James, you crash. You have a lot of determination. You have even decided to crash the border. Chibuka gami wa border msabula. And by the way, guys, these situations happen quite much more often than you think. These situations happen more often than you think. Ojanda kwesanga tebisere ebimu when the times when we hear bus accidents, it's because the bus was trying to save a border guy. Okitegeera. Wa bus mukugizako okusavinga a border guy nasala nadda muleni eri. You get what I'm saying? Hey, this is the speaker's school, Bukedea Comprehensive School, not so? Bukedea Comprehensive. See so many speaker. Kanjire ke bus ite omugenda jera birako. That bus isn't the bus that isn't that the speaker's school? Bukedea Comprehensive. Bya speaker akurakuranyize wabwe bambi. Every district needs leaders like that one. After roughly how much can I get a Primo 2009? The last time we bought it at 47 million. I think it was 47.5. But ours was it was a 2009. It was a 2009. We bought it 47.5. Arthur, there are scenarios ngasekanga nzisekanga ngokwekanga kuleta more problems. Yes, James. By the way, there are situations where you just have to go. Teri byakwekanga. For example, if a goat was crossing the road and I'm going fast, I will knock the goat and go on. No stopping. Nakubaka embuzi nenchuse kubu. Everyone say wali northern bypass. Mujiraba. Nze nakubaka embuzi and I changed the route. For like 4 weeks nga sidda yo kuyitayo. Then I remember ne ku campus era nakuba embuzi. Nalingina nona chibebi nga nzibuka ngene ekisange. Embuzi nezisana zali 3 nenkubako emu neno girengera mu side mirange ewenyera teseka nga nagenda buge determination je naina akazira ko kunona chibebi. Na akasera ko kunona baby kabera mu determination. At that time I was determined. For me, saving life is a priority. So I would find ways of saving the border guy and me. The other thing is how much do I need to get a good Kluger? Like 20, 22, because Klugers against the currency can at that bay. But 2022, you don't be picky about the number plate. Speaker kwe kusente za Kalango. Yes, Bukedea is for the speaker. I think they are heading to Masaka for national boys football. Oh. Ate speaker bangamba agaba sente. Thank you. Rise to greatness. Guys, like the broadcast. You guys are 42. But we have only 16 likes. Neda kamba we music. Nga we mudamu echibuzo changi. Oli ku highway. Let's make it easy. You are on a highway and that bus is behind you, okay? You're all going at 90 kilometers per hour and the border guy crosses in front of you. What do you do? The road is like this. Neri wali aba border bala, neno wali aba border bala wali oni moroke ndala, wa border na kusalamu. What do you do? Exactly this situation. What do you do? Kati mulaikinge broadcast nze ngabwemba wa music. Rise to greatness has said, according to Newton's law of motion, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. That's important for you to always remember. The reaction might not happen there and then, but it will eventually happen. And then Hashima Agambe, according to humanity and survival instinct, 60% of us will instantly break, 30% will try to turn away into a ditch, and I think 10% will step on the gas pedal. Okuto muntu si changu. Nanga, I think I would hesitate stepping on the gas pedal. I think I would hesitate. But you know, that's why accidents happen, by the way, because we are humans. And people like border guys take advantage of that. Na asalamu busazi because achimanyi tojja mutomera. Ayinza okuntomera oyo, ayinza okuntomera. Kanteke yo. Omamanyi balina kye bakola ne bateeka yakagulu bwati. Because achimanyi you care. You will not hit him. Amina kagwa neyanziza. So guys, my question is, and you can ask your questions. My question is, you're on a highway and that bus is behind you. You're going 90 kilometers per hour, the bus is going 90 kilometers per hour, and the borderman crosses through like that. What do you do? Kanji kongere.
I will never let you down, my girl. Till I ring, till I bills, many things don't mean nothing. For as long as you got my heart, I am watching my back, come around, Sikumanyi Urunji, Jakwete, Gereza. I say yes, I say no, I say baby, let's take it slow. You are my number one girl, you rule my world. You took my heart, never a bad part, you make me big, girl, you make me big. Yeah, every time I come over, you make me big. But why? But you never ever take what I say. I see I need you. But you do what you do every day and rock my world. It goes around, around and round and round and round. I love you so, I need you so, I never leave you so. Girl, I tell you this every day, every night. That I really feel you, I can't deny. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I, you and I. Give us a chance, you and I, you and I. You and I, Rajonimba, Onimba, Rajonizaze, Rajonimba, Onimba, Rajonizaze.
Yes, good morning. Mwe, lero question Friday nga sinalaba ku bibuuzo. Ebibuuzo bye bambuuziza bibadde nga bisatu. Namusanga genda kaikonai, nemubuuza kutwale out tonight. Nasirika nga nina reply, yoro nanzina mutala ku chicken tonight. Appetite, satisfy, girl, give me a chance, I'll blow your mind. When say wola saba choyo ya. Mugambe walete zitoa wasawa hali ya tota flow. Mugambe walete zitoa no matter what she ask to later I go. chase it over, never them bagara in a do. What it chase it over.
It's not the way. Give me what I need. Give you what you need. Oh, anyway. Now possess you see my body, my looks, liquid, fire.
Girl, you got me feeling hard on Sabalas. I'm feeling kinda. If you can go to all of it, to us, we holding us at them on chupa. Bagoba, Balumia, Bagara extra man, Bagara music, you love center, you play your mind. Bawala, Mateka Kanye, Babasu, Yama, Bakwasa, Mapeda. Mama, Kuminanga, Mugambi, what it is, it's over. What's our Arigato? Mugambi, what it is, it's over. No matter what she asks, the letter I go. What it is, it's over. A shopping a Guamara, now waving a finish line by buying a stepping a shopping a Guamara, now waving a finish line by buying a stepping a way. That's why they got to what she said. She thinks she give up that, now you tell her this. Tell her you want to say. Yes. Good morning. It's a question Friday. Yeah. Osobola okubuuza nange nenkuddamu byesikuzeemu ne bakuddamu. Yeah. But it's a question Friday, and my question is simple. If you're driving on a highway, you're doing 80 to 70 kilometers per hour, there is a trailer or a bus behind that's doing the same speed, and the borderman crosses right in front of you abruptly. What do you do? And of course, Hashim has said 60% would brake. Yeah, 60% would brake. 30% would try to go into a ditch, and only 10% would move forward, because killing a human being is not easy. So what do you do? Are you in the 60% that would brake instantly? Are you among the 30% that would go into the ditch? Or you are among the 10% that would go ahead and show the borderman what your mama gave you? Requirement for class extension. So I would recommend ogende mu driving school woba ogenda kola extension. Ogenda bawa akasente bajja kukolera appointment, you go for a test, and that's all. Because these days it's very easy for you to get a permit or extension when you go through a driving school. Even the individuals that do it for you, they still get letters from driving schools. So I find that it's better you go to a driving school, tell them what class you want. If they don't do it, they should send you to a driving school that does that class. Uganda, for example, D1 ya Chigege, yondo za driving school echikola, C1 si ya Lore. So you go to a driving school. I find that that's the first bet for you, and the rest can be taken from there. It doesn't take a lot of time. It takes like about 3 weeks, because Bomala test it's like you're getting a new permit, because you're getting permitted to drive another class of car. Is it better to purchase a new car or a used one? Can you send me a video link that explains the advantages of buying new? The only advantage of, and we are not talking new, yeah, we are talking buying Japan used, because that's new for us, right? One of the biggest advantages is that you pay some of the money you would have paid to fix an old car in advance. I don't know if you guys get me what I'm saying. The advantage of buying a bond car is that you pay the money you would have paid to repair an old car in advance, and then you pay a little more still. I don't know if I make sense. Let me try to give you an example. Whatever we share you as it, ogenda jigulangere muko obokola. Ogenda jigulangere muko obokola. Yeah? Iliko bump okufuwa mpira tekuli and stuff like that. Wansi magulu balina okukola yo. But the person will go to the bond and buy a UBQ wish with none of those things. You're going to buy that USZ wish at like 14, 15. Okay? The other person will buy the other wish at like 32. This wish will take you like 3 million probably, or 2 million, to put it at the standard that you want it. And it won't get to the standard of the new one, but it will get dry, it will be drivable. Do you realize how much money you have saved? And the 2 million, you will not put it in at once. Okay? So you're driving, the UBQ guy is also driving. Now the UBQ guy buys it at like 32, and you both go on the road. What the UBQ guy has done is that for him, he has decided that I don't want to go to the garage, let me buy something that is more expensive and drive that. I'll take it. That's the only way I can explain it. Sometimes it looks like, oh yeah, you should just go ahead and buy a new car because the new car comes with a lot of advantages. A new car doesn't come with a lot of advantages. There are people that have bought used cars and they bought well and they don't wish to buy a new car. Like for example, now me, I want a hybrid. I'm not going to get a hybrid from the bond. I can't afford that. If I'm to get a hybrid, I'll get a hybrid that is outside the bond, but in good condition. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So I already have a computer, a machine that tests. So I will test the health of the batteries, see what percentage they are at and all that. And then I'll buy my used car. There are chances I will even drive a UBN, a UBM, which again, of course I don't want to go very low because hybrids, the older it gets, the worse it becomes. I've even seen someone that had a Prius, but because the batteries died, he ended up putting in a Chikumi engine. You know, engineer Chikumi, they buy it over for A. You get, but that's because the hybrid system had died, so he had to improvise. So, you don't always have to go to the bond. You can always select a good car, inspect it, and then go and enjoy yourself. Let me give you an example. It's a UBK million inga 15. Paso yo mubondi ya million inga 2 but nayo yogenda okugula million 2 in like 2 months egenda kubesa ebbeyi nga 16. It loses value so fast. You get it? So kati going to the bond to buy a Paso at 20 million. Why don't you just get 16 and buy a Paso that is used here on the road? So there are also cars where it doesn't make sense to go to the bond. Yet there are also cars where it makes sense to go to the bond. Now let's just imagine you want to buy a drone and you have the money to go to the bond. Why don't you go to the bond? Why are you buying a used drone if you know that those cars they're expensive to maintain, and so some people will take shortcuts? But again, and then there are cars that just make sense to be bought when they are outside the bond. Some Subarus lose value very fast. Why? Because they consume a lot of fuel. So people are constantly, they buy it now and they realize no. I gave you an example of people that bought those Subarus ngabacha apangi sabokoto ntinda, and then they built in Gayaza deep down. Which was no more obesa tunga alaba chiri okay atandise okunywa 8. Nagamba awanyo wao, and that's how people end up sending those cars that are not Toyota to buy the ISTs, to buy the Raums, because the cars I'm talking about are much more easier to maintain. They consume a little less fuel, which and yet you're still getting to your destination. Right now, nabulidwa wempangisa Prius. Jakala jipangisa soka njivugemu ennaku nga 3 ndabe bwekola nga sinagisamu sente zange. If it does what I think it does, then I'll buy it and it will be the first revolution for all of the for the love of cars guys. Bano banyina million nkaga million nsavu muba mugenda tandika kula hybrid. Ekitegeera. Because why do you buy a VVTi cover automatic kanga hybrid which gives you better? Because they have the Prius is a 1.8 liter ya cc 18 but it's a hybrid, so it gives you 25 kilometers per liter apparently. Chokanga ate amanyi kwa cc 18. So katulacho oba ogula vitse ya million 25 nga ya cc 10 nga ate Prius ekuwa better mileage. Niwe abagiguze million 4 ogenda ne bagikuwa no ba million 25 bakubanja sente mmeka bakubanja million nga 15 ozisasula mpola mpola emotoka yennyini yesasula. So anyway, I know I've talked a lot, but I think mwebyo byenjogedde bino bino jemu answer kitegeera wano we tuli mumanyiwo. Do you know where we are? We are here. Tuli ku parliament. This is one of those streets that makes you feel like, okay, Uganda is actually good. It's actually organized. It's actually clean. Okay, it's one of the streets. Even Akasha Avenue also makes you feel that. And some of those Kololo streets. Uganda ye bulaya kumbe buli street ya hii ifaanana bweti. Moroka hii tuitako Mercedes Benz atido kuwa wa boda. Bajara tuiteko mu kirabi. Achama. So it's question Friday, guys. Keep asking the questions. We're gonna beat them. Temwera bila about digital marketing. Abagara kusoma digital marketing main intake starts next week. I think works are too. You should enroll for digital marketing. And of course a business that doesn't do digital marketing. Bank of Uganda mujirengera yiri ekite ekizimbe ekisembayo era waggulu otunayo waliyo kalongo ka Bank of Uganda balinayo n'akalongooti akaabwe waggulu eyo kati aba IT abagenda tugamba akalangooti ako kakola ki? Kati mwene enkuba abantu abasalawo tebajja kugula mmotoka paka nga basimbi bate kukuba bakifiirinze ne bano bakansooke malirize ennyumba ndyoke ngule emmotoka. Ennyumba bagisulamu nga bweri Uganda. That's how we do. You build a house to 50%, you enter, you finish when you're inside as you drive yourself. Kitegedde kati eri ebisigadde oba osasula mortgage. Tukola abantu bazimba ennyumba nagizimbira emyaka 5 naye nga mwali abeeramu kati agenda okumana nnyumba ogizimba nga they don't even feel like they spent a lot of money on that house because they were already living there. Omusajja gwe twakanikira Outlander n'agaana okutusasula bantu mwe mwangoba ku Christmas in my car campaign. Saagala singa nabiddamu. Omusajja yali atambuze emmotoka buli wamu ng'egaanya. Now how you can buy the Benz but it's very expensive. Nze nkubuulira. There is someone that even gave me a Benz. Najimpa bw'olifuna ssente olinsasula. Nenjimuddiza nga ndabira ddala. Emmotoka eyo eyavuwaza. Benz eyavuwaza. Nze mbabuulira German cars zaavuwaza. You should only buy German cars if you're really loaded. I'm not going to say rich because rich can be temporary. Be loaded, be wealthy. I think it's only wealthy individuals that should be buying German cars. That I'm telling you. Because I know plenty of Benz mechanics that don't drive Benzes, that drive Toyotas. They will drive a Toyota in a heartbeat because they also know what driving a Benz implies. Check it out. So me, I would not. It's not a bad car though. It's not. But man. But of course there are people that have been doing mwete mufayu. Now you say after you get and you go ahead and buy your Benz. You will be telling us. let's leave Mercedes Benzes for wealthy guys, eh? But if you're wealthy, you can go ahead and buy. If you're not wealthy, buy yourself a humble Toyota and lie low like an envelope. Thank you, Toddy Ronald. Omusoro ku motoka empya kugadde guguli wansi okusinga emotoka enkadde, but I'm here to say communication. I'll update you. Chirumu yono chirabe mu white. It's Question Friday, guys. Muganya okulayikinga abantu muyadde okweza 3:5 kyokka muli abantu ana people. Ebibuuzo ebiwa ngena biddamu then ndyoke mbasiibule. Leero essimu ng'eyagala kubuguma kyokka tuli in cold weather, ntaddemu SR very cold naye ate ebeeraga. I'm going to answer those questions. Let me get to park somewhere. Got it. Question Friday. The last question should be coming in now. Kubanga ndi mukusiibula kafe banange ekyaliko ku Palma ku reload dedicated. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together. Wilo mnyankole gwe
Nindebo tukadoria tukora hamwe wokinje womwe emanu bueno tukwatanise. We can do it.
Wilo mnyoro
Ukanya mubuzarwa Ninyikiriza zaitu Nikekit fora Bimbaganiza Tumbeke hangere tuhani. Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
Eyo mukukola tuyambagana tulwanagana tusonjagana naye tukwatire wamu ate agali awamu geganumagana. So we can do it. We can do it.
Yes, we can do it together as one. We can do it together as one.
abaye message mujiwulire eri mu luyimba olwo katulumaleyo mbasiibwe. Question ngenda ziddamu wulire gwe. When the highs and lows may be there, the fights may be there, when we get together as one, we can do it, we can do it. Tukisobola tukibaasa. Kale guys, katulobe question zinesembayo tusiibule. Okay, kanzireyo nakomyewa. Good morning, Toddy, and happy Friday too. Okay. Hey, Arthur, is it possible to get a Subaru Legacy, the 2009 one, and says, okay, it's possible to get a Toyota Prius at 25 million? No, I don't think so. Also, I have a friend who drives a Subaru Legacy, the 2001, and says surprisingly doesn't consume as much as people think. Is it true? But the Subaru Legacy, see generally abantu nga batunda ngebanywa, because the Legacy, they use a Legacy before. Size ezo alimba asokaji ku jevugiremo ojewulire. Excuse me. Ismail Sebuliba, good morning. Bill Gadgets, I think the challenge is in replacing the batteries when they age. I don't think that's a challenge. Me, when I think if that car actually does 25 kilometers per liter, by the time the batteries die, you'll have money to buy new batteries. I'm late, but better never than late. Yet Augustine Bruce. Edwin Aga Arthur, why is the Noah with the word vox not popular as the bad one? But I think I can imagine what you're saying. That Noah has no problem actually. But I think people just did not embrace it. People can just not embrace a car. People can just not embrace a car. For example, people have not embraced the Fielder hybrid. They have just not embraced the Fielder hybrid. But the Fielder hybrid has no problem. They like the other Fielder, but they don't like the hybrid. People just don't embrace something. Augustine Blues Arthur, nakulide combo. Okay, nachimaze. Tell me more about the Toyota Progress. Don't buy. Go buy another car. Progress jireke. Arthur, I have friends who have driven their Benz cars for ages, yet they are not rich. Jeke ebintu ebimu biraba. Kibanga oli mukazi bwana abane mukazi wenga mukazi we mwenzi. Nenga ye abeera naye. Nga gwe webuza abeera naye atya. Nze senga nagoba dda. Nenga ye ali naye. Okitegeera? So me kati kyo muntu okuvuga Benz eyo nga si mugagga. Nze ngamba tukirekera abo bentuzirekera abazisobola bwoba ogisobola gye and someone can basically buy a Benz n'agigezaako n'atubuulira. Okitegeera? Just like we know people that are renting apartments at 1 million nga si bagagga. Somehow center azifuna. Okitegeera? Mujikira abana abawala the guys the chicks that used to rent in Nigeria nga naye weebuuze Nigeria are renting ayatya. Nga abeerayo. Okitegeera? Abantu abamu bavuga emmoroka ezo naye ng'olumusi yagimaintaininga alina gyabba sente zigimaintaining. Me I don't want, because in the Benz nyina omuvubuka gwe mmanyi amuloodi alina emmoroka nga 10 mu lujja naye alina Benz 2 yazivaako yaziteekaawo yagamba nze nedda buli lunaku avuga mmoroka ndala, so si mwavu. Okitegeera? So I don't want to talk for people. Nze simanyi bantu bebabala bintu bya waliwo abantu abamu abasalawo nti oba ki yajja givuga. I've seen them on TikTok nga bagamba yajja kuvuga German car. Okitegeera? Tajja kuvuga Toyota. Oba mwavu oba si mwavu yajja kuvuga German. Okitegeera? What could be the minimum budget of buying the Toyota IST nga sifuddeeyo ku number plate? Beera ne million nga 12 kale. Arthur, do you have a body car spray guy you recommend? I don't recommend anyone. We'll never both. I'm telling you, those spray guys olumu kikwata ibo simanyi nze mbabulira Kampala wano bakusindike umuntu ne bagamba yasinga bantu abo byakwatira bukwatize oba lwakubate babisoma usegira era ne wajjayo omuntu wano Kampala nga yagenda nasoma ebintu ebinabikuka nga tagambulinga nga buli kyakola akikola with precision. Abajja kukola set niye ababaye bonna bagenda baga oyo ga yafuwe emotoka yafuwe yange emotoka nungi nyo ogendo kitunako nga kiringa ekimonde nga yakikola bubi. Okitegeera? Oba nze ndi piki, but me I find that all those guys omuntu agenda namukuwanda omwana oyo agolola emotoka n'omuwe yiyo ndoka kati basendi zange ndayinonyeza ki. So I don't recommend anyone, just go and whoever you want. Nze amazima gali nti bwe munda banganga ndi commending omwana wa rangi atete bagabana sente, so it's very hard. And I'm telling you, bonna chikwata yo bukwasi genda yo osabe mukama chikwate yo. Okitegeera? ziri mu studio already Joseph ali kudembe nyimba. So guys, kamba sibule ngene nkole ku mirimu gy'abakama bange. It's already 8:30. Twakakola broadcast for 1 hour 9 minutes. Mugalasi Joshua Mix Farm, Wabuyi Nelson, Tusime Eddie, Martha Academy, Nama Mukono, Council Patrick Asiku, Antonio Random Things, Opio Mark, Alan Molindwa, Seth Kagawa, Trigan Raphael, Alan Molindwa, Nkumaze Ndowoza, Baba Sebugwa Omedi, Edwin Mugerwa, Opio Mark, Derek Lule, Sami, Paul Sema, Hanaba Joshua, Chris Fitness Ruburwa, Vinny Katz, Elijah Brandon, King Daniels, Tunsime Daniel, Dogmeister, Chris Da Vinci, Chivampao, Nasuru, JK, Amayo Philiam, Vinny Katz, Travel Life Vlogger Hashim, Ronald Muchwa, James Bakunzi, Chibuka Ambrose, Kagwa Dennis, Rise to Greatness, Emmanuel Kabale, Francis Agaba, His Moses, Viola Namiro, Calvin Revival, Ismail Sebuliba, Toddy Ronald, Bid Gadgets UG, Daniel George Nahabwe, Augustine Blues, Toddy Ronald, Nelly Shine Arthur, JK, The View Chan, Chairman Zach, Joseph Bali Kudembe, Deep in Coffee, yes. Hey, radio wezili banange. Radio wezili. Kambalage konga sina vao. Radio wezili. Radio Zazeda. So your radio will come with the reverse camera. Your radio will come with the reverse camera. I tested them. Again, akujane camera eno. If you don't have a reverse camera, it will come with it. I'll have it installed for you. I realized radio zili mukatale wano. Bagenda ne bagamba nti radio bajiguza ina 1 GB. Nenge ina 512 MBs. So that's why you find that sometimes the radios will be slow. So the radio will look like this. Yeah. The radio will look like that. It's 10 inches. It's 10 inches. Everything comes with it in here. So gwe you bring the car over ga radio ekozeki. Uvanga radio agenze naine sigaza radio mukaga zokaba nange. Ndera baziguze. Nasigaza radio mukaga zokka. Ogenda kumpa ye mitwalo 5 zokka. Installation ngewedde. Including the camera, of course. Including the camera. So whenever you're ready, you can come. Sigaza radio mukaga zokka ndara baziguze. So these are Android. With this radio, it means you can use YouTube. As long as you connect internet, you can use YouTube. You can use Google, any Google service. Kujirako Chrome. It has a radio. You can play music like the way you play music on your phone. You can download other apps. You can see pictures. In a radio, ejange iliko space yayo. You can copy things from your flash noziteka ku radio, like your songs nizigenda ku radio nizibeerako okitegeera. Ejirako GPS. As long as it has internet, the GPS can show you osobola ogobera GPS, so you don't have to use your phone. Yeah, it has an external mic as well. Kujirako flash port biri, so you can meanwhile use 2 flashes. Yeah, Wi-Fi, yes. It has hands free connecting, and it has very good sound. So I'm going to shift one. When radio jinagura wano, it hasn't made me happy. In the beginning, I bought these radios and I put the same radio in one of the cars that one of you guys bought. And when I bought this car from here, I realized radios zili a little slower in response. Neboba ngotekamu, for example, you're engaging the reverse gear. RAM is 1 GB. Can that fit in my Mac 2 grand? Yes, it can fit in your Mac 2 grand. Yeah. So installation we just drive the car, bring it to me. And I find that someone will ask me, what are the advantages of having a reverse camera? In the beginning, I did not really mind the reverse camera, but I've realized reverse camera binobiyomutomera pavement ebisenge nga muda reverse. The reverse camera will help you. Binobiyomutomera abantu nga muda reverse nga tole. That's what the reverse camera will help you do. So guys, I wish you a very lovely day. You can actually call me. Bobo yagala take mu radio. Nyinawo radio mukaga zokka zezasigaddewo endala bazitwala zonna. May God bless you. I'll see you tomorrow evening 5:15 p.m. Ciao.